December 13th, 2025. Guys, Princeton University has put out what's called a nuclear model. And what they're talking about is they're looking at the data that's, or the information going on in Europe and in Russia and here and around the world, and the conflict that the Euro nations are trying to push upon the earth. The demons have destroyed their countries in Europe, and now they want to destroy the world. And that's exactly what's going on. They would rather burn the house down than give it back to our Father when he returns. Now, we're going to walk through this, but guys, again, right now, Zelensky's flying back and forth trying to get a lot of money together. Europe is in panic because all of Europe is not in lockstep. Belgium is not in lockstep with the rest of Europe. And they're actually the ones that's holding up several $100 billion worth of Russia's money that was seized when the war started. The European nations are trying to get Belgium to confiscate that money and let them waste it like they have everything else. But Belgium is refusing. They're saying, we're not at war with Russia. So you got a little bit of conflict going on there. So now Europe is threatening to bankrupt Belgium for not stealing the Russian money. Now this war, regardless of what side you're on, is going to be World War III, and there's going to be a lot of heat and burning of elements. But this plan from Princeton, guys, I want you to watch this video, and it's not very long at all, about 4 minutes, and you will see how the plan is. It starts out with one attack from Russia because the European forces and NATO are gathering on the border. So one little simple tactical nuke as a warning shot. Then there's a little bit of response from Europe, and then Europe is destroyed. And in the simulation from Princeton at that time, the U.S. is forced into the situation, probably by warmongers. Think about it. And that finishes off the rest of the Northern Hemisphere. Just take a look at this, guys, and think about it. And then I want you to pray about it, because if this happens, it's going to happen just within hours. And they're right on the verge of doing it now. And there's a lot going on here in the U.S. and different places with all kind of problems, wars and rumors of wars and all of that. But this is the big focus that everybody needs to look at. And again, there's not much you can do but pray. And that's something that we all need to do, and, pray to our Father to stop this. Now, Christ told us if he didn't intervene near the end, no flesh would be saved, didn't he? That's right. But for his elect's sake, they will be. So pray, guys, and watch the rest of this. It's an eye-opener, and this is the real problem that we're all facing. So what they're saying here is what follows is a depiction of how a conflict between Russia and the U.S. could escalate from conventional war to an all-out nuclear war. The simulation is based on real force postures, targets, and fatality estimates. Now this says the simulation begins in the context of a conventional conflict. In hopes of halting a U.S./NATO advance, Russia launches a nuclear warning shot from a base near the city of Kaliningrad. NATO retaliates with a single tactical nuclear airstrike. Now the tactical plan. As the nuclear threshold is crossed, fighting escalates to a tactical nuclear war in Europe. Russia sends 300 nuclear warheads via aircraft and short-range missiles to hit NATO bases and advancing troops. NATO responds with approximately 180 nuclear warheads via aircraft. Immediate casualties are 2.6 million in 3 hours. This is called the counterforce plan. With Europe destroyed, you just saw it, NATO launches a strategic nuclear strike of 600 warheads from U.S. land and submarine-based missiles aimed at Russian nuclear forces. You'll notice things coming from possibly Greenland, Iceland, things like that. It says the Russian nuclear forces, before losing its weapon system, Russia launches on warning. In other words, as soon as the satellites light up that something is about to happen, they launch. It says responding with missiles launched from silos, road, mobile vehicles, and submarines. Immediate casualties are 3.4 million in the next 45 minutes. The counter value plan. With the aim of inhibiting the other side's recovery, Russia and NATO each target the other's 30 most populated cities and economic centers, using 5 to 10 warheads on each city depending on population size. Immediate casualties, 85.3 million in that 45 minutes. And guys, we've seen this before. They've got the missiles now that have multiple warheads on them. They could get 5 to 10 warheads in there very quickly from just one missile. But again, 85.3 million over 45 minutes. That's how fast all this is going to happen in the blink of an eye. Are you ready? Now we go to 91.5 million. That's the number of immediate casualties, including the fatalities of 34.1 million and injuries of 57.4 million resulting from the series of nuclear exchanges. Deaths from nuclear fallout and other long-term effects would significantly increase the estimate. Again, this is from Princeton University Nuclear Futures Lab. So they have the information and put it into what would really is a very realistic simulation of what they're trying to do right now, guys. So again, pray up, prep up. You know, I don't know how much physical future would be at that point, but what we're looking at is eternal salvation. We're watching it, guys. You watch it. This is a big heads up. Be safe.